Hi, I'm Cass. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my mid-year reading journal flip through. I'm aware that it is September. Listen, 2024 is 2025. 2025 has not been super kind to me, and I fell very far behind in my journal and didn't have any chance to catch up until recently. I wasn't sure if you guys still wanted a flip through, but just in case you did, I am here to provide that for you. As per usual, I like to say that my reading journal is also like my everything journal. There's a lot of life things in here as well as like book spreads, but a lot of the book spreads are heavily focused in the front of my journal and then kind of like trickle down towards the end. Every year I say I want to do more reading centric spreads, and then they end up not really happening. So it's just how it goes. But I am very excited to dive into showing you my journal. Hopefully some of my spreads can give you inspiration. Even though it is, you know, nearing the end of the year, I thought I would still give you my mid-year flip through. We're gonna flip through until July. So we're gonna get a bonus month for you, and then, you know, come a few months later, you'll get my entire journal flip through. But, you know, it is what it is. Just in case anyone wanted it, here we go. Here she is. She is quite the chunker. This is a notebook therapy journal in their original size. It's the one with the mushroom on it. I love it. It's so cute. But before we get into the flip through, let's light these candles so we can have some ambiance. Oh, this guy's a little dusty. Hopefully you can't see how dusty that one is. And hopefully I don't catch any of my fake flowers on fire, but it's fine. Get her spinning over there. I hardly ever get to light this candle because I haven't really set up my room yet, because I'm moving again. That's a whole nother scenario. Anyways, let's light this one as well here. Okay, wow. The ambiance has been set. Without further ado, here we are, page 1. You've seen this if you saw my setup. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It's a nice, simple spread. Same with my map spread. If you don't know, I started this tradition back in 2024 of drawing a map, and each map that I draw from here on out will like connect and create like one big map. I'm very excited about that. And then we have my media growth, just like numbers, because I really like numbers, and then some fun achievements. Not really book related, we'll get to those. Some really fun things. Passing my first Taekwondo belt test. I've also broken a board with my hand and my foot in various ways. It's been going well so far. I did go viral like twice on TikTok, which was kind of crazy, and on Instagram. I had a video hit like 1 million views, which was insane. And I had the official How to Train Your Dragon account comment on my posts twice. It was insane. I beat my first Zelda video game. I was on a map making panel at Gen Con, which I think I featured in my last vlog. So just fun spot to jot down achievements, because I love celebrating like every little thing that I do. I don't think just like the major achievements need to be celebrated. I think that any achievements that you know, do like are worth celebrating. And then we move on to my library page. She's filling out quite nicely. I do like the color palette of this journal more than last year's journal, but I'm still not completely sold on it. But you know what? We're making some progress. I was a little scared that my entire journal was just going to be the like pinks, because I do read a lot of physical media. But lately I've been on my ebook and audiobook grind, so that's how things are turning out. I honestly have no idea if this will be enough slots for the rest of the year, or if it will be too many slots for the rest of my year. My reading year has been quite tumultuous, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. I've read 53 books as of, we'll pretend like it's June, guys. So we'll pretend like it's June, okay? But it is obviously September, so I've read 53. On actually 55 I think I'm at, because I did recently finish Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 5 and book 6. No, book 4 and book 5. So those need to be filled out. I just haven't done that yet. But I do like how this page, last year I had filled out every single box the same color, and this year I'm following the same pattern as this page. And I like that a lot more because it gives more variety to the page as well. It is harder to keep track of if I forget to fill it out, but it's fine. It's looking cute. And then we have my 2025 TBR, which, you know, has seen better days, okay? This is embarrassing. So, books I've read Sword of Kaigen. I did read, of course, Frieren, Volume 12. Love her. Dungeon Crawler Carl. We're flying through that series, guys. It has been taking up so much of my headspace. It's fantastic. I did read Sunrise on the Reaping, Great Big Beautiful Life, Deep End, and I did mark Say You'll Remember Me off of my TBR after I saw some reviews, some lines that were in the book that were so unbelievably cringy. I was like, maybe not. I don't really want to waste my time with a book that I don't think I'm going to enjoy. So we marked that off our list. But before the year is up, I would love to read at least Project Hail Mary, which I think I should, because like I said, I'm on my audiobook kick, and everyone has been telling me, listen to the audiobook, trust me. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. So I probably will be reading that at some point, and then hopefully The Lies of Locke Lamora as well. As for the rest, I don't know, we'll see, but those are my two priority reads, and then we'll see how the rest of my life goes, because I thought that my fall was going to be a certain way, but instead I get to move again, which, is super duper fun, guys. Love it. I literally just moved in July, August, in case you're wondering why I'm talking about needing to move again. It's because I literally just moved 2 months ago. It's a whole thing. And then we have my stat pages, my yearly stat pages. I really am enjoying filling this out. I love seeing a nice overview. Look, guys, see? It's my mid-year flip through. Sorry, I'm gonna just keep, making jokes because I can't believe it's September when I'm filming this. It's fine. It's been an interesting year. It's probably the least amount of books that I've read in a while. Also, in case you're wondering why average star rating is 0 on these, I only read 3 books and they were all rereads, and my average star rating only counts my new reads. It doesn't count rereads. It's just how I do it, because I reread a lot of books. And I have reread a lot of books this year. I think, you can kind of see on the bottom here, most of the books that I've read have been rereads. It's fine. We move on. My series tracker, she hasn't changed much. I think the only thing I really filled in Veronica Speedwell. I sped through the series. You'll see when I do my flip through of my monthly wrap up, I went from 0 to 100. It was insane. It was a delightful time. Frieren, that's not incorrect. I still haven't read the 13th volume. In case you're wondering how my mental state has been, I haven't read the new volume of Frieren. Insane behavior, honestly. And then the Apothecary Diaries, I have read quite a few volumes of, but everything else I have not. I would love to read more Founderside. I still can't believe I haven't picked that series up and finished it. Same with Stormlight. Oh, I did read Edge Dancer. So there's that. Everything else has not changed. We'll see. Like I said, the year did not go how I thought it would go. Nothing to really see here. This is just my release radar. I write down the new releases that I'm excited for. I haven't read most of these that have come out that I was excited for. I did read Atmosphere. That was fun. I read it this month, right? Because it's June, guys, right? Yeah, I haven't read volume 13. I haven't read Roll for Romance. I really want to. Haven't read Enchanted Greenhouse. I've heard good things about it. I did finally buy Calabasas. Actually, no, I didn't, because it's June. I'm so sorry. I need to stop with that joke. The beginning of the year went well, though, ish. Yeah, because Sunrise and the Reaping, I read those, and it kind of trickled off as the year went. Books bought. This is a fun page because look how little books I've bought. I know it probably, I don't know. Does it feel like I did 2 pages worth, okay? I was thinking I was going to buy a lot of books. This is not a lot of books for me. What is this, 24 books? That's crazy. Because last year, I think I bought 80 or something. That's crazy. And it's only June. I also have little check marks denoting the books that I actually bought and read in the same year. I thought that would be fun just to see my reading habits. So honestly, not too bad. Dating and Dragons, In the Weeds. I might be reading Mixed Signals soon, so keep an eye out for that. Veronica Speedwell, Deep End, Wave Kings, although I bought that when I had already read it. Oathbringer, we'll eventually get to Oathbringer, okay guys? I keep saying I'm gonna vlog and read Oathbringer, and then it doesn't happen. Sunrise on the Reaping, I've already touched on. First Time Caller, so cute. Dungeon Crawler Carl, 1, 2, and 3, and Atmosphere. So we're doing good. And then these are, I haven't printed out the book covers, but we have Calabasas and then Bakery Dragon by Devin L. Kurtz. She is an artist and author. It's like a children's book, but I bought it to support. And we move on to monthly favorites. Please don't look at this. This is kind of embarrassing. The 3 books that I read in June were all Throne of Glass rereads, so I was forced to pick a Throne of Glass book and put it on here. Don't get me wrong, that kind of came off maybe weird, but like, I don't hate Throne of Glass. I do love Sarah J. Maas's series. I'm also very nostalgic for Throne of Glass because I read it as the latter half of the books were coming out, but it's fine. It's so funny though. None of these, except for maybe Treacherous Curse and obviously Furin, have been like favorites. Like if I have to pick like a top 10, Sword of Kaigen would not make the cut. Great Big Beautiful Life would not make the cut. Queen of Shadows obviously would not make the cut. I don't know if Deep End would. I'll have to evaluate the books that I have read. But just like per month, it's been very rough. But this page is super cute and it's been very fun to have this actually made to fill out because I didn't do this page last year. I did it at the end. Actually, did I do it at the end? I don't remember. But this is a spread that I think I would typically make at the end of my journal, but I made it at the beginning. It's been fun to like choose my favorite each month. And then I have, this is new too, just little blurbs, me writing nonsense, spoilers, warning, I don't know what I wrote in here. It looks cute. I like it. Picasso. And then I just have a couple extra pages for when they come out. I did finally make these titles and everything. They weren't there before when I set it up because I was lazy. To be fair, there's a lot of beginning spreads to set up. My maps, these are books that my art has been published in. I'm a fantasy cartographer. I draw maps. I thought it'd be fun to dedicate a page to that. I don't know why I put the title on the right-hand side instead of the left-hand side. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't, quite frankly, but it's fine. Yeah, this is what it is right now. I don't know if I'm gonna write little blurbs, maybe the dates that I drew it, maybe like my favorite parts. I have no idea. But hopefully, what is that, like 4 more come out this year if I can film this page. If not, she's gonna look a little sad, a little empty, but we move on. Since I haven't vlogged since like March, although I did vlog, I don't even know when my last vlog was. A couple weeks ago? A month ago? Time has been crazy. Here's how my reading has been. Anything with a star is a new read. You can see there's not a lot of stars. Totally fine, guys. Some really random rereads in here, like The Legend and Prodigy. Didn't read Champion, the 3rd book, but that's in there. The Renegade series, I just randomly was nostalgic for YA, don't know why. Ranger's Apprentice, of course. Although there has been a significant lack of Ranger's Apprentice, there's not that many. Usually, if you watch a flip through, you'll see like mostly Ranger's Apprentice, because there's a lot of books. Not this year. My manga spree of reading just tons of Apothecary Diaries. I've just been borrowing them from the library, so it's like when they come in. Yes, I read Well Met, and I did skip the 2nd book, because the 2nd book is my least favorite, so I just read 1, 3, and 4. I will probably reread the series again because it's festival season coming up. In the fall, a lot of festivals are doing like fall flings. My home, well, Texas, Scarborough. Scarborough was my home fair. I moved. I'm in Florida now. Don't really have a home fair. We do have Lady of the Lakes Renaissance Festival, which I will be going to, and then the Orlando Renaissance Festival, which I'll be going to, and those are November and December. And then I think October, Scarborough is having their like fall fling. I might try to make it up to Georgia for their fall fling. No idea. But anyways, all that to say, I will probably inevitably miss fair, or be nostalgic for fair, or be excited for fair, and read these again. Throne of Glass. I am still in the middle of the tandem read. Will I ever finish it this year? Who knows? Not me, that's for sure. As you can see, zoomed through Veronica Speedwell. Carl's in there. Stellar time. Listen to the audiobooks, okay? Stellar time. And we move on to the last few books. Random books. This had been eyeing for a while. I borrowed it on Libby. Same with this one. Random. God, I have so many pages that I don't know if they're gonna be filled in or not. And then this will be my Spotify Wrapped. You can get a sneak peek of my top songs of each month. Yes, K-Pop Demon Hunters has made a spot for themselves on my top songs. Love that for me. And then this is very fun. This is a new spread. This is my Cass and Katie readathon situation. So Katie and I made an agreement that for every Veronica Speedwell book that I read, she would read the corresponding number in the Ranger's Apprentice series. That hasn't happened, although not really her fault, because I went from 0 to 100 on the Veronica Speedwell series back in June or July. I don't remember. So she hasn't really had a chance to catch up. But she also still hasn't read the 3rd book. But it's fine. Everyone go bully Katie. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. Or do. I can't control you. That's fine. January. Here we go. Wrap up all the books that I read. Like I said, kind of slim pickings in terms of new reads, because that's a reread. 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 That I did not enjoy. That was okay. That was abysmal. Leave me with one option of like a top book. I didn't hate Sword of Kaigen, I want to make that clear. It just wasn't like my absolute favorite. I do really love these stickers. I spent the New Year's in Japan. Here's a couple things, a couple locations that I went to. Mount Takao. I climbed this mountain on New Year's. It's actually a New Year's tradition to climb the mountain and watch the sunrise for the new year. I did not do that because I was not waking up at like 3 in the morning to get on the train 2 hours away and do that. We did what we must, and we climbed it a little later and it was fine. It was very cold. In Oshima, it's like a seaside village, super cute. Shibuya, of course. Love Shibuya. And these are just some really pretty sea photos that I took, and nature photos. And then spent time with my friend who moved to Japan and has been living there for over a year now, almost 2 years at this point. Lots of shopping. So much shopping. I had Christmas money to burn, and I burned it. Castle Fair was super fun. This was a like Ren Fair situation, but in a castle. Got to wear my pirate hat. I had bought the previous month, met so many people. I actually cannot believe that this is the moment that I met. Like, I stayed in a cabin with 16 strangers that I had never met because Kristen, who was one of my clients originally last year, had an open spot, invited me. It was a whole thing. Now we're friends. We literally traveled to Scotland together. It was fantastic. Anyways, lots of photos. Love it. I can't turn the page. We're on the struggle bus. Oh, after this though, same day, same trip. Realms of the Winter. Fantasy ball. Super fun. Dressed up in a poofy ball gown. Danced with my friend Naomi, who I also met on this trip. A fabulous time. Oh my goodness. The group dances, my favorite part. This photo of me, chef's kiss, no notes. I love it. This washi tape is also stellar. I love it. And then the snowflake stickers, God, I've had these for years and I finally got to use them. Look how appropriate. I love this page so much. I went to an Onyx Store midnight release party hosted by the New Romantics here in Orlando. They're a new like romance only bookstore, and it was all right. Okay, it was okay. I chatted with some people. I did fun makeup, like a dragon wing. I was supposed to write like my reviews as I read the books. I didn't, and then so much time has passed that I can't remember what I wanted to say about them. So I just put a fun time, better than my last read of it, and then no. Because that's kind of how I felt about each. I don't know if I'm done with the series or not. Part of me wants to figure out how things end, but also Onyx Storm was so abysmal and pissed me off so much that I think I'm done with the series, which sucks. Because I also have so many copies of this series, which it's not because it's my favorite series of all time and I love it so much. It's because the books are too damn pretty, and I am such a sucker for pretty books. We'll see. I haven't decided, but just, you know, I feel like by the time the 4th book comes out, I'm just not gonna be interested. I don't know, don't hold me to that. And then we have Taekwondo, my first belt testing, super fun, broke a board with my foot. I'm now a green belt, testing for a blue stripe, end of this month, end of September. I mean, it's June, but end of September. Moving on to February. I love these stickers. I love this washi tape. Speaking of washi tape, a lot of the washi tape I use is from the washi tape shop. So if you need some washi tape for your journal, highly recommend. You can use my code Cassandra10 for 10% off. Like I said, the best quality washi tape. There's some other washi tape that I've gotten off of like Etsy, things like that, and it just doesn't compare to the quality of the washi tape shop's washi tape. So if you need washi tape for your journal, highly recommend, and just trying to help you save a couple bucks. Ranger's Apprentice. This was abysmal. This I enjoyed more than I thought I would. That was also pretty abysmal. And then these were all rereads. And then I did enjoy Deep End. I love the sports aspect of it, not the romance aspect of it. February is when things started, I don't even know, it was crazy. So I really only have one other page, which is just when I hit 20k. And I made this page in a vlog, actually. It was my Sunrise on the Reaping vlog. And I love these sticker sheets so much. I do get a lot of my stickers from Sticky, STICKII. They have some really cute stickers. I have been such a sucker for anything sparkly or with like gold detailing. I went to 2 conventions recently, and walking around Artist Alley, I literally felt like a dragon. I was like, oh my god, I need shiny things. This washi tape is from the washi tape shop, and I'm so obsessed with it. I'm like, that is gorgeous. I love how this page is not super like artsy. I didn't draw that much. Like I drew 20K and so the word subscribers, and then wrote some words. But with the stickers and the washi tape combo, it just looks so much more detailed than it actually like is in terms of like artistic ability. So anyways, moving on to March. Finally, the best month, my birthday month. I did finally read Fearin because, you know, my birthday month. Favorite book of the month, obviously. I did like Sunrise on the Reaping. Apothecary Diaries are new reads, and then that was a new read as well, finally. And I thought I was finally gonna finish the series. Spoiler alert, didn't happen. I'm still like maybe a quarter of the way through, and I don't remember. So I'm gonna have to go back and start the third book over, do a little recap of how the second book ended, because my memory is garbage. But it's fine. These sprouts are from Julianne Doodles. Love her. And I believe, I don't remember which, I think the ladybug sticker sheet, that was from Katie. So she hooked me up with some cute stickers from Etsy. And then my 23rd birthday, we'll pretend it doesn't say 20th. Anyways, my brother came down. We went to the beach. This is my first time going to the beach in Florida while living here. I'm not a beach person, guys. I prefer mountains. Sorry. It's kind of a hot take with some people here in Florida. They're like, why do you live here? I'm like, because I have to, because of work. It's fine. This is a funny photo. I was filming the This Is Me video, and this is like, my brother caught this photo of me, like, how I look behind the scenes. I'm literally wearing this exact outfit right now as I film. That is so funny. We also played and finished on this trip Four Swords, my first Zelda game I've ever beaten. I'm a huge fan of Zelda. I just am not a gamer, so it's a multiplayer game. It was a fun time. This is how I typically looked. Face down. Loser. That's me. But one time, actually I think twice, I beat him. It was fantastic. It's like a collaborative, but then it ranks you at the end. It was very fun. Also, this washi tape, stellar. Best purchase ever. I love some St. Patty's Day, as you guys know. Obviously, it's my favorite holiday. This was my high school best friend's birthday trip. We went to Georgia Aquarium. We pet some sharks, which was big for me because I am terrified of all sea creatures. I'm a wuss. Guys, I can't. The texture, the fact that like sea creatures in general are weird, it was a whole thing. We made some bracelets. We had the most horrible experience of my life at a restaurant at Benihana's. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. We did painting with a twist. That was fun. And then I also visited Kristen and the farm where her horse stays. And I got mauled by these puppies. I think there was like double the amount of puppies you can even see in this photo. And I got mauled, but they were so cute. I was like, if this is how I go, I'll take it. It's just like miscellaneous things that I did. I did join a stunt group for a short period of time. I learned how to fake fight. I learned how to fake sword fight. This photo makes me so mad. I'm like, why are you holding the sword like that? Anyways, I shouldn't even point it out. You wouldn't have even noticed, but then I pointed out. I couldn't commit to practices though. It was Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 2. I'm like, you want me out in a park in Florida in the morning, in the summer? You're crazy. Can't do it. But it was fun while it lasted. This is Sunny. She's one of my friends. We still hang out and go to Universal and stuff together. Another Taekwondo. All of these are pretty much exactly the same, just the colors are different. I did feel like a genius though for this like green stripe situation on the border to match. Matchy matchy. Love to see it. April, I love these stickers. This spread is very gorgeous. Very proud of it. This is all rereads other than Edge Dancer, which is a novella. So that is hilarious. Love it. Scarborough Festival with my parents. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. I love them so much. This is probably my favorite Scarborough trip that I've ever had. We went shopping. We saw some shows. It was delightful. I made a flower crown because the very first year I went to Scarborough, like as an adult, I made a flower crown. So this was year 5. So I made a commemorative flower crown. And I think I'll do that every like 5th year. I think it's a cute tradition. And then like now it has memories because every time I wear this flower crown, I'll think of how wonderful this trip was because it was fantastic. If you're in Texas near Waxahachie, I definitely recommend. And then this, I don't know why this page is being weird, was How to Train Your Dragon and Lose Your Mind Doing It. When I made the entire How to Train Your Dragon map in a week, 80 hours, 1 week. Look at that. They commented on my post. That was pretty cool. I also got to show the cast at Epic, photos of it, which was pretty cool. I wanted to actually bring it in the book. It didn't happen. The paper was too thick. It's a whole thing, but I'm really proud of that art piece. It's still, I can't believe I even drew that. Insane. May. Okay, this has some of my favorite spreads because like this alone, stellar. And I love this washi. This is Burke. This is when I went to Epic. This was the best solo trip, like activity, like I went solo, whatever. Phenomenal. Then I went a second time with my mom. There she is. What a cutie. Look at her. Look at her pet and toothless. She's so cute. And choosing our butterbeer. I love some butterbeer. It was phenomenal. I love this park so much. I'm like, I need them to add Epic to my season pass because I can't pay $130 every time I want to go to Epic. You know, I just can't be like that. And then my mom and I spent Mother's Day together. We went to Medieval Times, and it was so fun. It was every time she visits me, it's so fun. So I cut out little pieces from our crown. We were the green team this time. We went last year and we were red, but this time we were green. It was very fun. And then this was spending time with my dad at home, at their home, and he bought me a Lego set. And he had bought one for himself as well. So we assembled our F1 Lego sets together, and it was so fun. And then we stuck on an old F1 race while we were doing it, and it was so delightful. Scotland. I'm so sorry, that was atrocious. I'm so sorry you had to even hear that. I don't even have words on this page other than Scotland. Sorry, that's so bad. Because the photos tell the whole story. Like, are you kidding me? Is that me? That photo? This photo? That is me. These views were real. My shoe was broken the entire trip. That's the whole thing. This is Kristen. She's fabulous. Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10. Would recommend traveling with her. Fun time. We got to rent swords in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and take photos. Phenomenal. This photo? Sorry, I'm just mentally, I'm still here. And we also went to Wales. So this is top half is Scotland. This is Wales. This is the insane back tattoo right here that Kristen got. 17 and a half hours, 2 days, insane. Sean, who did it, insanely talented. I'm still like flabbergasted at his talent. Amazing. I was there the second day just hanging out. All these photos are like popping off the page because it's so like curved. It's so thick. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. That's fine. The day after we came back, we went to the Georgia Ren Fair. Insane. Big group of people. These are people that I met in January at Castle Fair. They're all delightful. All of them. And then I got to see them again when I went to Dragon Con. What a wonderful group of people, honestly. And then we're in June, and the 3 books that I read. Sorry, this is so funny to me. It's so ridiculous. And then straight into pottery, which has been so fun, guys. Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10 recommend pottery. It is the most frustrating yet fun experience. It's fantastic. I do finally have all these pieces back. I hate glazing, and glazing is like the final step. And they all turned out at best, but the process is very fun. Stray Kids concert. I can't even say I had a fun time at this though, because it kind of just pissed me off because it was in a baseball stadium and the acoustics were horrendous, as was the view. I couldn't see them the entire time because it was too short and the stage wasn't high enough. But I hung out with Addie, who I went to so many concerts with. She's my concert buddy, my K-pop concert buddy. But like I said, I couldn't see anything. Oh my gosh, look at this. Another Taekwondo test. Moving on. July. See all these fire Pokemon? See how they were like freaking out? That's me all of July. Anyways, I don't think I have much in July. Oh, I do have my favorite page that I made in July. And it's not this page. It's this page. Because I got to hang out with Sydney from Sydney Bookworm, who was fantastic, wonderful human being. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Go follow her on all platforms and her YouTube. She is a delightful human being, truly. And I have Dungeon Crawler Carl fully associated with her. So I thought that this page would be really cute. And this is like a reference to the books. We went book shopping. I bought the first 2. She bought, that's books 5 and 6. Love it. Look at that. Boom. You're caught up. And that is my mid-year-ish September version flip through of my reading journal. And I don't have much else to say at this current moment, so I'm going to pass it over to outro me. And that is how my journal looks thus far. I am so excited to finish off the rest of my year caught up in my journal. I'm actually switching over to a different journal for the second half of the year because she's a little full. She's a little chunky. The end pages, I always like to shove like random cards that I've gotten and other like miscellaneous items in the back of. So those pages will be used, never fear, but I hope that you enjoyed getting to see all of my spreads. Hopefully you gathered some inspiration. Let me know if any spread in particular stood out to you. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I do really hope to see you in my next one. Toodles!